Hello everybody, this is Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Quest for Glory 5, Dragonfire, the Thief Path. Well, we're down here at the docks, having just woken up on day 2, and we are going to talk to some people here on the docks.
Kalimera! That means good day here in Silmaria. Welcome to our city. I hope you find happiness on this island. I am Andre, a fisherman. I am also happy to ferry people to the nearby islands on my boat.
And we can try and do the thief sign on him. He looks at us curiously, but says nothing.
Kalimera! That means I am Andre.
Yes, he's very cheerful, Andre.
Yasas! It is nice to see a new face around here. I am out on this dock on most mornings. I fish for most of the day and evening, and come back in the night. I know the waters around Silmaria in my sleep. If you ever wish to go for a boat ride, I'll be happy to take you around the bay or to the nearby islands. Any further out than that, and boats are attacked by sea creatures. Most fishermen on Marit live in the villages outside town. That is, they used to live there. Tritons are half men, half fish people who live under the water. They used to be friendly and helpful to fishermen. Lately, though, they have attacked every ship that sails past the nearby islands. No one knows why they have become hostile. Most fishermen on Marit live in the villages outside town. That is, they used to live there. They have been driven from their homes by attacks from armed mercenaries. They have been driven from the sea by attacks from tritons and sea monsters, and most have left this island. I am the sole remaining Silmarian fisherman.
Wow.
The mercenaries are armed soldiers who have been sailing into the fishing villages and driving all the fisherfolk away. They could invade the city any day. Silmaria is the only city on the island of Marit. Marit is a large island, as you can see if you look on the map. In good years, you can sail around the entire island. And this is not a good year, and the seas are too dangerous to travel that far. It was good speaking with you. Yasas!
Yeah, of course, the Dead Parrot Inn will not open until evening. And we can hear the sound of metal being pounded, which means that Pholus the blacksmith is open. And we can try and do the thief sign on him. Just shakes his head in disbelief.
Yeah. Welcome to sunny Sylmaria. What do you want? I'm Pholus, weaponsmith and weapon seller. You need a good weapon, you go see me. You got a spare weapon you want to get rid of? I may decide to buy it. If it's about weapons, I'm the person you want to deal with.
And we ask about merchandise.
You want to see my weapons? Show me you've got the cash, and I'll show you my stuff.
Not the most friendly fellow, you may have noticed.
There's a strong warrior in town who calls himself Magnum Opus. He knows how to use real weapons. There's also a big, ugly guy that hangs around with the scientists. I don't see that he's got any weapons, but I hate to mess with the size of those fists. Then there's a woman. I can't believe a woman thinks she can become king here. Kings are men, not dames. She'll learn her lesson soon enough. If you play in the big leagues, you've got to be tough. The rights of rulership are not for wimps. They prove who is the finest man suited to become the king. You've got to be tough to be the king of Sylmaria. Brains and brawn. The best combination for the true warrior.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that.
You're a hero? Wouldn't know it to look at you.
Hey!
You'll have a chance to prove it around here. Just enter the rights of rulership, and we'll see who's a hero. You know where to look if you're looking for weapons.
And we can look at his inventory. We can also sell the stuff we've got. Not much of a selection, though. Just daggers, spears, arrows. Although, there's really no point in buying arrows, because one of the things that got taken out of the game is the ability to use ranged weapons, apart from throwing daggers. There's also swords, axes, a fine axe, a helm, a shield, a magic spear, a throwing spear, and a magic sword. One thing that has changed, though, is that in times past, the thief and the wizard could not use swords because we're not trained. Now we can buy a sword and use it just fine. But we're not going to bother with that because we're going to have more weapons than we can shake a spear at shortly. And there is one other place to come check out. This room has the smell of dust and musty books. It is so cluttered that there is hardly room to walk. From the layer of dust you can scuff in the floor, you gather that nobody has come through the entrance in some time. The frantic fish swims swiftly around the tiny tank. I'll bet his name is Ermin, as in this is my fish. These books are very dusty and yellowed with age. This looks like a book about the mythology of Silmaria. And we can actually just come and look at the books. So this one. Glancing through this book, you see many myths and legends of this land. This book looks fascinating. One story tells how Hercules defeated the monstrous Hydra with the help of his nephew Aeolus, who burned the Hydra's heads and Hercules chopped them off. Another story tells about how Hercules went into the depths of Hades to rescue his friend's wife from the dead. One tale is of Daedalus, who made wings by placing wax and feathers on a wooden framework. He and his son Icarus used them to fly away from Merete. However, Icarus flew too close to his son, thus melting the wings and plunging to his death. One story tells how the winged horse Pegasus sprang from Medusa's blood, spilled when Perseus cut off the Gorgon's head. You come to the end of the book. All in all, the myths of this region are fascinating and well worth reading. Remember, kids, reading is fundamental. The plaque under the schooner reads The Gypsy King and Captain P. Trove. You see a weary old man who looks very, very bored. Well, let's do the thief sign on him.
Oh no, I'm not going to admit I know that sign. It can get a guy in real trouble, you know.
Well, greet the man.
What? Oh, what are you doing here? Can't you see I'm busy?
Yeah, F.A. is his name because, well, this is the famous adventurer who wrote all of the famous adventurer correspondence school books that turned us into a hero.
Name? What's a name, boy? I've been called a lot of things in my time. You can call me famous adventurer. That's mostly what I'm known as now.
Ask about Silmaria.
New in town, huh? I was going to write a travel book about Silmaria sometime. Maybe I did. Just can't remember. Anyway, go see for yourself. Only way to learn.
I'll ask about the school.
This is the famous Adventurers Correspondence School. You think this was the library of Silmaria?
Yeah, he just about looks like it. Talk about myself.
So you're a graduate of this school. I didn't think anyone ever read the crap I write.
Say goodbye.
Got some advice for you, kid. Don't grow old. It ain't worth it.
Well, it beats the alternative. You see a wide variety of books, but some of them seem to be, or most of them seem to be how to swim manuals. Well, let's go ahead and steal the book, just for the sake of form. The famous adventurer watches you with suspicion. You decide you cannot get away with this theft. You need to be a little less obvious when practicing your art. Perhaps you should try again later after you become more skilled in pickpocketing. Although we can read the book. As you read one of the books, you believe that with a little study you could learn to swim rather well. The books all seem to be manuals on how to swim. They were written by the famous adventurer, copyright last year by the famous Adventurers Correspondence School Publishing. Although if we want to get clever about this... The famous adventurer signs the book and hands it for you to keep. After considerable study, you realize you now have a basic idea of how to swim. And sure enough, we now have a swim skill. And a 100. So, pro tip, do not bother investing points in swimming if you're starting a new character in this game. It's not worth the effort. And we can't steal a copy of this book anymore, but that's alright, we've got one. By having cleverly asked for an autographed copy. And I'm not sure if we can go right back to talk to him about something else. We may have to wait a day. Nope, we can.
Didn't notice you coming in. Trying to get the phrasing just right in my new book, How to Be a Writer in 10 Easy Lessons. Of course, lesson number 1 is to be inspired. Like taking a drink from the Hippocrene.
Ask about books?
Used to love books as a kid. They taught me things, made me want to go places and do things. Now all I do is write them.
Ask about the famous adventurer.
There was a time when I was a lot like you. Young, adventurous, good-looking, bound to see the world. Running around became such a hassle, though. I've been there and I've done that, and there's not much left to do.
Ask about the school.
I started this school a while ago. Just got tired of doing things one day and decided to settle down for a while. Picked up a pen and started to write about some of the things I'd done. Guess I've been here for a long time now. So the old king is dead. Just goes to show how much I've been paying attention around here. The rights of rulership is a good way to pick a king. Better than most, anyway. So you really wanted to be a hero. Sounds like you managed pretty well. Books helped, I'm sure, but it's what you got to do with the knowledge that counts. Been a long time since I was like you. Guess I just got tired. Tell you what. You being an adventurer and all, you'll probably want to explore this island. Well, somewhere to the north is the genuine Pegasus, that winged horse of legend. Tried to ride him once, but he threw me right into the sea. Took me a while to get to the shore. If you ever see where Pegasus nests, look for a stream nearby. That's the Hippocrene stream, boy. Pegasus stomped its hoof one day and the water came pouring out. Bring me some of that water, kid. It's been so long since I tasted its sweet inspiration. I'll make sure it's worth your while.
And like that, we have a side quest.
There's nothing here, kid. Just dust and dried ink. That's all I am anymore. Dried up like a prune, and about as much fun.
Well, that covers everything in the docks area, but we still have a few more shopkeepers we need to speak to, who we did not get the chance to meet yesterday. But we're going to go ahead and stop by the Apothecary again, because you can get a new conversation every day with most of the people.
Good to see you again.
Welcome back. Is there any way in which we can help you? I am well, thanks to you and Salim. Business has been very strong lately. Sadly, it is this way only because of the evil events here in Silmaria. It would please me more to have fewer, but happier patrons. Erasmus is a great and very kindly wizard. His spells have greatly aided the people here. Come again soon. Our herbs will always be here when you need them.
And something we can do to get a quick honor boost. Well, I thought we could give flowers to Julinar, but there are other people we can give flowers to as a, yeah, hey, nice gift.
You're always welcome here. Julinar and I wouldn't have even met if you hadn't helped us find each other. I'm groovy. Hope you're happy and healthy too. We're selling all kinds of healing pills and poison cure pills these days. I kinda wish people would go back to just needing the stamina pills for dates, though. Sylmaria is like the coolest place on the planet. Well, it's kinda warm, actually, but my plants like that. Julinar likes the sun, too. Have a cosmic time out there.
So, yeah, no important plot stuff, but nice to check up on, good people who we helped. Not necessarily doing something life-risking. But Let's come talk to this one merchant over here, who we rather shamelessly ripped off yesterday.
Greetings. It is always a pleasure to meet someone new. Welcome to Silmaria. I am Wolfie, an artist, an artisan of Grecian urns and amphoria.
And let's see how he reacts to this.
Perhaps maybe you should be taking a swim? That is a good way I have found to get rid of such itchy fleas.
Bit expensive, but...
That is a very good offer, but it is not enough for me to accept. Perhaps you will give me this much for it. Now we seem to be getting forward movement here. I think that you should offer me this. Very good. This is close to being an agreement. Perhaps you will pay me this. I have told you how much I want, and I shall not take any less. This is very good. We have made an agreement which we both agree upon.
Alright, but we will need another amphora. Actually, we're going to need several more, but...
That is a very good offer, but it is not... Now we seem to be getting very good. I have told you how much I want, and I shall not take any less. This is very good.
And we can't afford his balloon painting just yet, but we will need to buy that eventually. But we've got enough Grecian urns for now.
It is most genuinely a pleasure to be seeing you. My tail wags very fast. An amphora is a Grecian urn. It is used to carry liquids of all varieties.
What's a Grecian urn?
Are we speaking union or non-union? Silmaria is a very fine city, yes indeed. This is the best place to buy many things in this town square. You can meet many people here as well. Some of them will be so kind as to not pick your pocket as they walk by. At the docks you can rent a boat and take a pleasant sea voyage. It is most fun, as long as you do not drown or get attacked by the sea people. I am not much up at Nob Hill, except daily to read the notices and to keep informed of many things that go on in this city. It is how I know the assassin has been killing people on the streets of Silmaria. I have even made a visit to the Guild of the Adventurers in the west part of town, even though I am not an adventurer. The guildmaster there is most impressive. If he came where I came from, he would be sacred. I think you will be very happy in Silmaria. It is a very good place to be, even if this city is soon to be overrun with foreign soldiers and destroyed economically by war with the sea people. Oh, you must be very careful of the monsters, thieves, and the assassins here too. All in all, you will find Silmaria to be most exciting. It is said that the countryside is overrun by the invaders from the north. Soon they will be knocking at our gates and asking to take over the kingdom, I am thinking. The sea people have been attacking many of the ships that sail to and from our harbor. The lives of many fish have been spared, for the fishermen have left this island. It is just as well, for they lost their homes to the soldiers.
Thieves?
This was once a very fine place for thieves. There was not a day gone by when I did not admire how a thief had taken something before my eyes without me seeing him. Most of them are gone away right now. I have heard that these thieves are off searching for an ebony raven. This is most curious, for I have seen such a bird flying over the city. You would think that they would look up there for it first. The king of Silmaria was killed by an assassin, or so it is said. There is another person that the assassin has murdered, if the rumor is to be true. It is a wonder if we are not all killed by him. You wish to know more about me? I am only an artist, trying to make a living by selling what crafts that I can. I come from the lands of Punjabi, where my people the canines live. I am skilled at making art with clay or paint. If you have need of something made or painted, then I would be most happy to be doing it for you. I am making these amphora and pots to sell for the people. I am also making nice maps for people to get lost with. Most of all, I am painting fine pictures that never sell. Tailors do make very good paintbrushes if you are lucky enough to have one.
And canines?
My people are cunning and clever, I am thinking. There is not a one of us who does not make very much money by working all the time. In this way, we do not find the time to spend the money we make. Punjabi is lying to the east of here by many, many miles. It is in the land of India. Someday I hope to sell enough to be making my way back to there. At times I am most homesick. Oh my goodness, you are certainly a hero. This is very good, because it is that Sylmaria could use your help, I am thinking.
Alright.
As they would say in the lands I have come from, Namaste. This means greetings to you, and I am hoping much to see you again.
Now, that just leaves us with one other merchant. Sira the Kata, who's much taller than the Kata we've seen
Greetings, wanderer
previously.
from afar. Welcome to the sea sands and shores of Silmaria. I am Sara, a kata merchant of jewelry and gifts. How may I aid you on your journey?
Well, I'm going to brazenly sell her.
Will you accept this much in trade? Will you accept this much in trade? We are in agreement. I accept your offer.
Yes, I will brazenly sell her back the necklace I stole yesterday.
Does your belly ache? Perhaps you should eat some anchovies. They always aid Marak.
Anyway, greet.
Welcome again, and thrice more welcome. You have the manners of one who earns the respect of all around you.
Darn right I do.
We are the children of the desert sands, traders and merchants to 1,000 lands. My mate Marak the food seller, and my daughter Sala, the maker of music, have come to this land of water and waves to make our fortune. Sala is still but a kitten, but she has talent and the will to become a highly skilled musician someday. Perhaps soon she will be invited to perform somewhere other than the streets of Silmaria. My life mate Marak sells food from a cart. He is on the other side of this plaza. However, she is shy and doesn't speak except with her music.
Missed that part there.
I am the seller of jewelry and baubles to please the eye and enhance the beauty of the wearer. I am most well, kind sir. I hope that I may be of service to you always. This is a beautiful city, although there is too much water for the desert fur of a kata. This is the town square, where the merchants have shops and stands. There is word said that a hero has been summoned to this land to drive away the invaders and restore the peace of Silmaria. The countryside has been overwhelmed with an army of outsiders. The city may be attacked at any time. That is why the city is so empty. Most of the people and visitors have gone elsewhere.
And yet there's only space for 3 shops.
So, you are the Prince of Shapir. You are a great hero of our homeland. I am most honored to speak with you, kata friend.
You hoida me?
May you find in this land the heart's content which you seek.
Well, that just leaves us with the bank.
Greetings, and welcome to the First Bank of Silmaria. This is the safest place to keep your savings secure from pickpockets and thieves. Would you like to leave your money with me? Oh, it's you. I was told you were coming. Your friend set up a savings account in your name. Hefty sum of 500 drachmas. You've got some generous friends, let me tell you.
Well, we can go ahead and talk to the banker.
Hi there. Have you invested in your future? This is the place to save.
They call me a thief.
I'm Sam the banker man. I own and run this bank. Would you like to make a deposit? The First Bank of Silmaria will keep your money safe and secure. Drachmas can get heavy when you carry too much of it, and you make yourself a target for every cut purse around. The Right of Rulership Fund is set up for the competition to become King of Silmaria. You need to contribute 1,000 drachmas in order to enter the Right of Rulership. Your savings will be kept in the most secure safe in all of Silmaria. The safe is equipped with the latest in modern locks and has a complex strap guaranteed to fry the robber foolish enough to try it. Thanks to your good friends, you've already got 500 drachmas in your account.
Well, I did before I spent all of it.
The Right of Rulership Fund is set up for the... Usually people have friends and relatives help raise that much cash. We have one fund which gets contributions from all the guards in Silmaria. It takes a lot of money to enter the Right of Rulership, but it is a great honor to compete to become king. Silmaria is a great place to settle down and save a little for the future. Too many people forget how important a savings account can be, particularly adventurers. Adventurers think they can fight monsters forever. Next thing they know, they are begging in alleyways. A sad fate for a once respectable hero. So save today to keep the alleys away, I always say.
And that may sound a bit familiar.
That lion guy said that he and Erasmus the Wizard were starting the savings account for you. They wanted you to enter the Right of Rulership. Man, you have strange taste in friends, but they sure make good ones.
And if we tell about ourselves...
I thought you looked familiar. Yeah, we met in Spielberg, where I was working the alley as a professional panhandler. It wasn't long after you left Spielberg that the pass cleared, and the tourists flocked back to town. I made a small fortune and said bye-bye to those cold climes. Came to Silmaria and needed some place to stash my cash. So I started my own bank. Seemed appropriate after all. I'm still asking others for their money.
So yes, Sam the Beggar Man has become Sam the Banker.
Our banking hours are dawn to dusk daily. When you save here, you know your money is safe.
Yeah, not for long. Well, that is everybody in the merchant quarter. But... And you'll note that the gate to the Hall of Kings is closed off. And the Colosseum isn't open yet, but Rakeesh is on his favorite sunning rock.
Greetings, my friend. It is good to see you here in Marit. This island is already in need of your skills. I fear that it will need more heroism from you as things continue. You left behind most of your equipment when last I saw you. I am sorry, but I was unable to bring most of it. I can, however, give you this.
Rakeesh hands you the magical grappling given to you by the Sultan of Shapir. And yes, we can make the thief sign to Rakeesh.
It is unwise to make such a sign before someone that you know is not a guild member. They might suspect that you are not entirely honest, my friend.
Yeah. Of course, our paladin buddy knows that we're generally a good person.
I am pleased to see you again, Prince of Shapir. I was summoned here by my son Chakra, who has made this island his home. We are a long way from Tarna. My life mate Krisha will be pleased to learn that you are well, and now in Silmaria. Chakra has his own magic shop in the town square, and I am staying with him there. It has been a while since I had last seen him, and he has grown much. Tarna is enjoying the peace you brought to our land. Your friends Yesufu and Yahari are married now, and Uhura's child grows strong and proud like his mother. You are missed there.
Well, it has been about a month.
Krisha has a new apprentice she is instructing in the magical arts, or she would have joined us here. She said there is a strong magic surrounding this island. I suggest you speak with Chakra about that. There is an invading army of Hesperian mercenaries on Marit. No one is certain how large this force is yet. The skills you use to bring peace in Tarna might be useful here. However, the mercenaries do not seem willing to negotiate in any way. It seems the only language they understand is the sound of sword and shield.
Which is completely useless against my skills, but that's neither here nor there.
There are very disturbing signs here. I do not yet know what is going on, but I do sense as if something very dangerous lies near here. Fortunately for Silmaria, you are here. The centaur and I have remained good friends over the years. He is a wise counsel and has guided 2 kings in Silmaria. He will soon guide a 3rd when the rites of rulership are over.
Ask about King.
King Justinian was a good ruler for this land. He ruled for almost 20 years, and Silmaria has flourished. Now a new king shall be chosen by the rites of rulership. If you do enter the rites, make certain that the one who does win is a worthy successor to Justinian. Silmaria deserves a good king.
And we can ask about the rights of rulership.
The rights of rulership are a series of quests to prove the worth of those who would be king. The quests vary, depending upon the needs of the kingdom. Logos and I will be determining what those rights shall be.
Alright.
I arrived not long after King Justinian had been killed by the assassin. Judging from the evidence, the assassin has the skills of a thief, for he scaled several walls and avoided many guards.
I didn't do it.
Chakra says that magic was used also, but he does not believe that the assassin is a spellcaster. The poison the assassin used is deadly. It is death to any who are touched by it, unless an antidote is given within seconds. Even then, the poison cannot be cured, and only the strongest will survive the coma it brings.
And tell him about Mordavia, although everybody somehow knew we were a hero already.
It is for the best that Ad Avis has been destroyed forever. If the Dark One had been summoned, the entire world would have been endangered. I hope sincerely that whatever menaces Silmaria is but a shadow of the Dark One. Enjoy this city, my friend. It is beautiful. This is why we are heroes, you and I. That such places remain beautiful and the people remain safe.
Alright, well with that done, I think we'll go ahead and close this chapter out. Next time, we'll pay Erasmus a quick visit before we do a little bit of training to close out day 2. See you next time.